Welcome everyone again. Thank you again for joining us at our first back annual sixth grade orientation. With us online today, we have Dr. Acevedo, our executive director, and he's going to welcome us tonight.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to take this opportunity and welcome all of you to our wonderful DCS school community. We are so thrilled that you have decided to select DCS as your child's new school. And one of the wonderful things about our school is that we're a family. And unfortunately, tonight I cannot be with you, but we have an amazing group of administrators as well as other individuals that will be there this evening assisting you. A very special thank you to Ms. Strickland, our PTSA president, and all of the volunteers that are there this evening to assist you with the sale of various clothing items, uniform items, as well as with joining the PTSA. So I really encourage all of our parents to become active members of our PTSA. And our students are certainly part of the PTSA. So we want to hear from our students. We want to hear from our parents. We create a tremendous partnership with our community. And we are just thrilled that you are all part of our new school community. You know, we're living through some very uncertain times. And I've communicated with all of you, hopefully you've received our emails about masking. You know, unfortunately, our school is not able to mandate mask wearing for all of our students, but we strongly encourage all of our students to please wear a mask at all times when in our school. All of the adults in the building, all of our faculty will be wearing masks. We will try to ensure as much social distancing as possible. We are also creating an outdoor community, an outdoor space where children will be able to eat and remove their masks. We have purchased many picnic tables, as well as underneath the awnings of our school. We are also placing some of the lunch tables there to facilitate greater airflow. Ms. Santiago will certainly talk about that this evening during her presentation, but I wanted to take this moment and thank you and greet you and welcome you with a warm heart to our beautiful school. I just wanted to give a couple of shout outs to Ms. Valladares, who is our middle school counselor, as well as our mental health counselor. She's an amazing individual. So if your child is having any issues whatsoever with COVID, with academics, or with anything, we strongly encourage our students to reach out to Ms. Valladares and also to Ms. Santiago, who is our middle school principal. She's an amazing administrator, and she's the glue that keeps us all together. So we are very thankful for all of Ms. Santiago's work. And a very special shout out to Mr. Schofield, who is our e-learning specialist. Mr. Camacho, who is there this evening assisting with the laptop distributions. He is also a very dedicated member of our team. And we are just thrilled that he has been able to put in so many hours to ensure that tonight's event is a success. And I don't know if Mr. Washington is in the room.
Mr. Washington's right here.
Hey, he is. Hello, Mr. Washington. Mr. Washington is our athletic director. And we are going to try to have as many sports available to all of our students. Last year, we were able to offer 3 sports, but again, this is all dependent on the COVID pandemic. And one last thing, I did send out an email in my letter to all of our parents to encourage them to get their child vaccinated. I am working closely with the Florida Department of Health to have them come out to our school to have a vaccine clinic. And it's not only for students, it's for the entire family, your neighbors and anyone else who wants to come. But I need to know who is interested in attending this event because I have to hand this information over to the Department of Health. So right now we have a very low turnout. I'm hoping that you will consider this a possibility for your child who has to be 12 or older. Some of your children may be 11, but maybe some of your children are 12. So spread the word. We certainly want to keep everyone safe, but most importantly, we want to make sure that our students are learning. And again, thank you. Thank you for being here. And I turn it over now to the amazing, the one and the only Miss Santiago, our middle school principal.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Acevedo, for all your kind words and your welcome. Again, we wanted to just say thank you. There's a couple more people in the room that I wanted to make sure everybody gets to see. We are Doctors Charter School, and this is our vision and mission. So our vision is inspiring students towards discovery, citizenship, and scholarship, and that is our big DCS. Our mission is to empower students to reach academic success, excellence, and to embrace community service as global citizens. So in the room with us, as you saw, was Dr. Acevedo, myself, Ms. Santiago, the middle school principal, and welcoming Ms. Gusky, our high school principal. So we are so honored and thrilled to have her. She will be doing some presentation as well for the student and parent handbook. So support staff, this might be a nice opportunity for you to take maybe a screenshot. This is everyone in our building that is here to support your children. If you need to reach anyone at any point, their school email address is their last name and first initial. So Miss Asbury, which you may already know, is the Director of Admissions. Miss Borges is our Director of Finance. Mr. Camacho, which some of you may have seen running around, he's the one distributing our beautiful laptops. And again, as a reminder, students, you must bring your laptops every day charged with your charger. There will be no loaners, okay? So make sure, parents, that your children bring their laptops daily to school. Ms. Dean, many of you have already met. Ms. Gaston is also in the front distributing laptops. Dr. Grisham is our high school guidance counselor. Officer Johnchuk is our school resource officer, and she will be with us every day from beginning of school to end of school day. Ms. Kimes is our Director of Food and Transportation. So she's the person to reach if you need to set up bus transportation or any questions that you have on free or reduced lunch. Ms. Mattels, which you've also met outside, she is our Director of, I think it's development, yes. And she is doing a great job of making sure that everyone gets these beautiful, sixth graders, you're gonna get a beautiful DCS Dress Down Day shirt so that you can wear them on Jean Day. If you have not purchased your Jean Day passes, I think Mr. Washington and Ms. Mattels are selling those still outside. And the wonderful Mr. Schofield, he will be reaching us in just a few minutes, and he's going to be talking about some really important things. Ms. Steiner is our ESE program specialist. Ms. Valladares will also introduce herself in just a minute. She is our mental health counselor and middle school counselor. Ms. Walker is our media specialist. So if those of you that love to check out books, our media specialist, our media center will be open for you to check out books. And again, the wonderful Mr. Washington. So this is our new schedule. It will be posted. Those of you that received a hard copy of the CR code or QR code, on the back of it, you have a copy of the schedule as well as our school calendar. So school begins at 8 a.m. sharp. Students need to be in homeroom by 8 a.m. If they are tardy, they have to check into the front office. You as a parent gets notified, and after 3 tardies, there may be an after-school mandatory study session attached to them. So please make sure that students are in the building on time. First period is going to be every day for 50 minutes, and that's 8:15 to 9:15. Then third period or second period, depending if it's an even or odd day, is from 9:10 to 10:50 for 100 minutes. Then period 5 or period 4 is 10:55 to 1:55. And that's usually when our lunch break will be. And the final period of the day is 1:10 to 2:50, and that's period 6 or 7, okay? So you'll have 7 periods of classes. Again, on your handout, you have a copy of our calendar, and please note that we do have a different calendar than Miami-Dade County Public Schools. We do start early. We start on the 19th of August, which is a Thursday. So Thursday and Friday, you will have all day. You will have a 1 through 7 day, as well as Friday. So you get to meet all your teachers, get your schedule organized, kind of know where your classes is. And then starting the following week is when you will have your even and odd day schedule. Also note that in November for Thanksgiving, we are off the entire week, which in Dade County Public Schools, that's not the case. Dade County Public Schools is only off Wednesday through Friday. Okay, that's why we start the 2 days early. So we compensate for those 2 missed days. Okay, so parent expectations. Please, it is expected for you to complete your family ID registration and all of the required forms. How many of you have already completed those? Oh, yay. 1, 2, 3, okay. So if you have not had an opportunity, Mr. Schofield is going to walk us through kind of the process. And we do have a couple laptops in 1122, so that if you would like to start the process and at least create your account, you can do that. We want to make sure that you are helping your students in the best way possible, helping them in a positive learning environment, maybe when they're doing their homework in a well-lit area, making sure that they have all the resources and supplies that they might need. Please make sure that you are obtaining information from our school website, our doctor's notes, our one-call information, so make sure that you register for one call, and our Canvas, which is Mr. Schofield's going to talk a little bit about Canvas. On the front side of that sheet that you received, there's a QR code. That QR code is going to send you to our parent communication page on our website, and that's where you can access all that information. Make sure that you're communicating with your teachers, your child's teachers. There's a page on our website, and we'll show you how to access that, where you can email your teachers directly. Communicate with the school's secretary, Miss Irene, if your child is going to be absent, and communicate with the administrators, whichever one it would be, if you have any concerns or you need assistance. Students, these are your expectations: to attend class every day and be on time, be in homeroom by 8 o'clock, be in your proper school uniform. So that includes the top and the bottom and outerwear. So you must have a DCS outerwear if you're going to bring a sweater. It does get kind of chilly in some of the classrooms. So if you haven't purchased a DCS sweater, make sure that you get one from one of our vendors, from Reese Brothers, or if we have some outside. Be ready to learn and be alert and awake. Follow classroom rules and any school rules at all times. And please, this includes our health and safety protocols. And communicate directly with your teachers regarding any problems that you might have, any clarifications, and attend extra help and office hours when needed. And we'll talk a little bit about teachers' office hours. And Ms. Gusky, if you would come on down, and we're going to go over the parent-student handbook.
All right, good evening, everybody. It's really nice to see such a great turnout. Again, I thank you for your time as well. So let me just go to the next slide. Okay, so academic policies. The parent and student handbook is quite a lengthy document, but it contains a lot of important information that reviews the expectations for you as the parent, for you as the student, and also includes the expectations that our teachers will be upholding, so that you understand what everybody's roles and responsibilities are in this learning process. I want to just touch on academic integrity. It is extremely important, as Ms. Santiago mentioned, the monitoring of homework. There are a lot of apps and tools out there that students use to assist them. We want them doing their own work. This is how learning takes place. Learning is going to be difficult at times. When you just learn something, you don't know how to do it, right? This is the first time you ever dribbled a basketball. You're not actually immediately going to have success. You have to work on it. And your academics are exactly the same. And you will get out of it exactly what you put into it, right? So if you work hard, you will see those results in your quizzes and in your tests and at the end of the year. So make sure that you are doing your own work. Parents, please have the ongoing conversations with your students regarding doing their work. Ask them questions that require them to answer in a sentence and not just a yes and no, because we know that sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get information out of them, right? There is a grading rubric that is included in the parent handbook that goes over what constitutes an A, what constitutes a B, what constitutes a C. So if you as a student are getting a grade back on something and you got a C and you're not happy with that, or you got something lower than a C and you're definitely not happy with that, then you can refer to that rubric to see what you need to do moving forward, okay? Attendance is another area that we're very, I guess, strong proponents of. You need to be here every day, right? If you don't go to basketball practice, you're not going to get better. If you're not in the classroom, you can't learn, okay? Parents, you need to report your child's absence to the front office. Only excused absences by the policy will allow your child to make up their missed work, okay? Students, you need to communicate with your teachers, communicate, let them know. If you have a planned absence because of a family event, then please notify the school. Teachers can help you with getting that work ahead of time so that you're not trying to play catch up. If you're absent for 1 day, you'll have 1 day extra to complete that work. If you're absent for 2 days, you'll have 2 days. So that's pretty straightforward. Field trips and lockers, I am sorry to say, are both on pause right now, okay? I know some of you are super excited about getting lockers and super excited about getting back into school and hoping that field trips come with that. Right now, due to the rising numbers with field trips, we're not taking those with the pandemic. And then with the lockers, just the fact of students, you know, tending to group together, we're just gonna wait till we can get to a better place and then hopefully we'll be able to issue those. Media release, parents, this is very important. This is one of the forms that you will see on Family ID. And if you are not wanting your child to appear in any media that the school would put out, then you need to make sure that you're indicating that choice on that in the Family ID. So many of you or all of you should have picked up your school laptop today. Some of you may be issued textbooks. Remember that these items are on loan to you from the school, and the expectation is that you treat that like a brick of gold, right? That when you turn it back in, it's going to be in the exact same condition in which it was issued to you, okay? We don't want to have a delay in your learning because something isn't working because of damage that's occurred to it, okay? There may be a delay in getting that repaired, and we don't want to have that. So please make sure that you are taking care of those items. If an item does become damaged, there will be a financial responsibility to repair or replace the item that is damaged. So please make sure you're taking care of those. I saw many of you walking in with handfuls of uniforms. Awesome. We're in middle school, we're wearing light blue, navy, royal blue and white tops, khaki, navy, or black bottoms, okay? If Reese does not have the item that you need, there's another store, Continental, that you could stop into to get bottoms, because we've been hearing about bottoms not being available. The other item that I wanted to mention that's part of your ID and is very important for safety is your student ID. So once those pictures occur, that ID that you wear on your lanyard is part of your uniform. Okay, it's a big safety along with being in your uniform that identifies you as a member of our community. Okay, so those are important items to ensure. And of course, as you go through and review these documents, you will be able to, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out so that we can clarify for you. Oh, cell phones, I'd missed that. Very important. Cell phones during school
Okay.
are not to be seen or heard. Not even at lunch. Okay,
No cell
away,
phones
no
from the
cell
moment you
phones.
Walk into the corridor.
Okay, so the conduct policy goes over cell phones and what will happen if you are on your cell phone. Okay, that cell phone will be taken from your possession and held in our possession until the end of the day, at which time we will return it to you, notify your parents of this occurrence. The second time, parents get to come in to pick up the phone, right? So I'm pretty sure that if your parents have to come pick up your phone, they're not going to be so happy, right? I know I wouldn't be. If your phone is taken on a Friday, late in the afternoon, and your parent cannot get to the school to pick it up, this phone stays here for a sleepover over the weekend. Okay? Parents are like, yes, keep it. I've had parents who have told me, the next time you take my cell phone, you have my permission to hold it for the remainder of the year. Okay, and I see some nodding heads out there, so students, please take this as your warning. Okay, so the uniform conduct, the uniform and code of conduct goes on further to include a lot of general information that I've gone over, but then it starts to get into what is expected model behavior. Okay, what are the expectations? What does it look like? This document paints a very nice picture. Hold on, let me get to, oh, looks like all that, my notes didn't get in there, but anyhow, I have them here, so we're good. What exactly model behavior looks like? Okay, the descriptions that are in there are very clear. So please read through this document with your child, with your student, so that they understand what's expected. This document also shares with you corrective strategies that will occur in case we have a mistake, right? We're human, we're not perfect, and that's okay. We learn from our mistakes. So if we have a mistake in our behavior, we understand corrective strategies that we're going to move forward with to fix those. This document also goes over the students' rights and responsibilities. It will touch on vital alerts and formal corrective strategies should the behavior be so far out of line. And then finally, the document touches on the multi-tier system of support, which is also known as MTSS. And this is a behavior intervention. We also see multi-tier system of supports with academics. If a child is not achieving while we're monitoring their progress, then we put in improvement plans for the student with goals to work towards to reach their fullest potential, which is what we're all aiming for. So please take the time to go through these documents. You may want to chunk it down because sitting down to go over, to be honest, a 73 or 76 page document's not really like the most fun that you would think about doing in the evening. So if you just take it by section over the next week and talk about these items at the dinner table or while you're in the car going to dance or sports or going to pick up little brothers or, you know, then you can have that conversation and cover all the material that needs to be covered. And again, if you have questions, please reach out to us. That's what we're here for. We're here to support our DCS community. All right. So that's a wrap for me, and I'm gonna hand it back over to, I always love laptops trying to get to the next, there we are. Here we go. So some additional procedural reminders that Ms. Santiago will touch base with you on.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Just as a reminder, when you complete your family ID application, these are all those documents that you are saying that you're going to review and go over. So when you complete that application, it'll say, I have read and understood the student parent handbook. I have read and understood the code of conduct. So please make sure that you review all those documents before you finish your application on family ID. So just some things to remind ourselves for the first few days of school. I know that you guys are sixth graders and parents were used to walking them to elementary school. I have a sixth grader too, so I'm a little already scared. But you cannot walk them to class. You have to drop them off at the front of the school and wave goodbye, and they're gonna be in our possession from that point on, okay? I know, it's really hard. It's terrible. But we will get them safely to class. There will be a list of homerooms posted on the front of the school. Your child will check where their homeroom is, and then somebody in the building will make sure that they get to where they need to be, okay? Also, a car loop out by the northern side of the school, right? Northern side of the school? Yes, northern side of the school. You will drop off your child in that car loop every day. Make sure that you pull up all the way down. Don't drop them off at the very front because then there's going to be cars stuck behind you. So pull as far up as you can. As you see the cars in front of you getting out, then your child can get out at that time. Make sure that children have your backpacks and everything ready, your lunch, your water, whatever it is you need, your ID. Make sure you have everything with you so you can jump out of the car and let the line keep moving. Mr. Washington, you want to add something else? I know you want to add something else.
I do. Actually, that was perfect, excuse me. When it comes to actually pulling all the way up, we have this grass area and it's actually a stump there as well. No student is allowed, if you open the door and it's grass there, you're not allowed to get out there. That's a liability issue and it's a hazard on us. So I will be out there. I'm going to tell you to pull all the way up. If I ask your child to get back in the car and then pull all the way up, please be respectful in that manner, because if something happens to them, then we're liable for that. So therefore, we ask that you be in compliance to what we have going on. I'm out there and others are out there for the safety of your children. So therefore, we want everyone to obey those rules. So if I actually get back in the car and pull over, please be respectful in that manner. I know that you all have to get to work. I know that you want to get kids out. You don't want them to be late. However, plan accordingly, because I am that stickler, because I don't want anything happening on my watch. Cool? Thank you.
So yes, the drop-off point starts where the sidewalk begins, okay? So don't open the car door before that sidewalk begins. The same is for pickup. So as soon as you pull into the pickup line, you're gonna pull all the way up and make sure that you wait for your child in line. Don't get out of your car, look for your child. You might want to send them a message or let them know, where you're going to be parked, that you've already made it into the car loop. But please make sure that you don't leave your car parked there to go find your child. If you need to get out of the car for any reason to find your child, there is a parking lot after you get through the loop, and there's where you can park and get out, okay? Any concerns about schedules? So some of you might have logged into your portal and seen, oh, I have a schedule. I hate my schedule. It's okay. Right now, we're still working on schedules, so there's no need to panic. There's still some things going on. But after when we start school and you do have your final schedule, if you have a concern, and not for electives, but a concern for your core classes, and that's when you would communicate with your counselor. Ms. Valladares, which is going to be speaking in just a few moments, is your middle school counselor, okay? For high school, it is Dr. Grisham. And again, students, if you need a schedule change for, again, a core class, there will be a Google form that will be sent out, and that's what you complete. Okay. Other protocols that will be in place for our health and safety. All teachers and students will be back to campus full-time. Teachers will continue to monitor social distancing in the classroom, as well as sanitizing in between periods. So students, you're going to be given some wipes and some things, and you're going to be wiping down the tables after each of your classes. Teachers will be using masks, and students, again, are strongly recommended to continue to wear their masks in school. Students will be provided this clear shield. I wish I had one with me, but it's like a plastic shield that will go on their desk to help protect a little bit more. We do have water filling stations throughout the campus, and we also have hand sanitizing stations, just like this one here, around the school and in the classrooms. We will have a nurse on site for 4 hours a day. That will be during our lunch periods from 10 to 2. And all of our air filters have been changed to the MERV 13 filters, which are hospital grade filters. And as Dr. Acevedo mentioned, there will be more outdoor dining areas for students to allow for social distancing and to get some fresh air. Some requirements that we wanted to talk about. Students are required to maintain a 2.0. That means no less than a C in each of your classes. If that drops for whatever reason, you will be placed at the end of the quarter on academic warning or probation if it's consecutive for 2 quarters. This is just a reminder, Mr. Washington is here as your athletic director. If you do not maintain that GPA, you will not play with Mr. Washington. Is there specific requirements for sports, Mr. Washington? Okay, take it away.
All right, so in order to actually play sport 2.0 minimum GPA, it's actually required. However, I press that student athletes should have at least a 2.5. I feel like 2.0 is basic, and you all are given the SAT items to be great, so I challenge the students to actually have a 2.5. Not only that, you have to go through a series of different courses in order to be eligible. There's 3 courses that you have to take. It's governed by the Florida Hospital Athletic Association. You have to get a physical. You have to actually, there's an athletic fee of $150 per sport that you play, and you have to pay for an additional K-12 insurance. I know everyone will say, hey, I have insurance, but with the K-12 insurance, it covers the catastrophic, and there's 3 different components under the catastrophic that your regular insurance does not cover. This insurance is just not for sports, it's for a calendar year, 365 days. So in the event if something happens outside of school, you can utilize that as well as additional coverage for your actual student. And those are pretty much the basic, behavior, of course, parties, of course, as well. I take everything in account. I was a teacher for a number of years. I was a counselor for a countless number of years. So now I'm an athletic director, and I take all of that serious. Education is paramount, and it's at the forefront of what we have to do. And my mom always told me that one thing that someone can't take away from you is your degree or your diploma. So therefore, that's my focus, and I will be on your student.
Great, thank you, Mr. Washington. These are just some requirements for our middle school students. They will have to take their 3 years of English and pass 3 years of mathematics, 3 years of science, 3 years of social studies. They will have a half a credit or more of PE a year. And they will take personal career education with the one and only Mr. Washington in 8th grade. And so just keep this in mind. If there is a course that your child doesn't pass, they will have to make up that credit in order to be promoted to high school. So guys, keep that in mind. Also, our FSAs, we'll have time for questions later. Our FSAs, we do follow the state assessments, and any student that is taking an end of course assessment course, so Algebra 1, biology, geometry, US history, and in 7th grade, your civics. You will have to take that end of course exam. Because of the pandemic, they froze that 30% grade the previous school year. They haven't decided what they're going to do this school year for the test that they took last year. And we obviously don't know what's happening moving forward. I'm assuming it'll go back to what it used to be. We also need to make sure that your students understand that they will take the FSA reading, writing portions for ELA and math. If they are in 10th grade, they will take that test to graduate high school. And also Algebra 1 is a graduation requirement as well. And in order to be considered proficient, they need to score a 3 or above. So remediation. Any student that does not earn a level 3 or higher on the FSAs on either math or reading will be given an intensive math or reading course. That might be something that your child might see on their schedule as of now. This is to help and support them. Okay, this is last year was a very difficult year. Some of your students might have spent the entire year online. Some of your students might have come to campus halfway through the year. But unfortunately, we have to kind of make up those gaps and make up those differences. So your child will be placed in intensive classes if they earned a level 1 or a 2 on their last year's FSAs. And those programs that we'll be using will help support your children. So for middle school, we'll be using iReady in all classes for reading and math. In intensive reading, they'll be using a new program called Mind Play. And for math, they're also going to be using Nore. So these are just some really great programs that'll help kind of remediate some gaps that the children might have unfortunately earned or received throughout this last year. Students are also encouraged to participate on teachers' extra help and office hours. This is on Thursdays and Tuesdays from 2:50, so right after school lets out, to 3:40. So if your child has a C in a class and they could be doing better, make sure that you encourage them to stay after school with their teachers, okay? If your child is in gifted or has an ESE plan or has a 504 accommodation plan, we do have a new program specialist, that is Ms. Steiner. She will be your main point of contact if your child has an IEP or a 504, and I've listed her email there for you. I will continue to monitor those students that are gifted and those students that are ESOL. So if you have any questions about your child, or if your child is in gifted now in 6th grade, we do have to update those plans for those gifted 6th graders. So my email is listed there for you. Please make sure that you reach out to me so that we can begin to schedule meetings. I will reach out to you either way. But if you reach out to me, that we might schedule the meeting just that much faster. Okay, and the lovely Ms. Valladares, can you unmute yourself or do I have to unmute you?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to DCS. And as mentioned earlier, as the mental health counselor, I'm here to help you with any social emotional issues, whether it's bullying or maybe some trouble you're having at home and you need to talk to somebody. So that's what I do. I like to say that I help children unwrap gifts, because we all have gifts, and sometimes it's seen as something that pulls us down, but if we unwrap it correctly, it's actually a gift. So please reach out to me with any concerns you may have, students and parents. Parents, if you have any concerns, or if you have just some things going on at home and you want to have your child talk to me about it to help them through whether it's grief or some changes going on, I'd be happy to do so. The best way to reach me is via email, and I normally can get back to you within 24 hours. And I look forward to meeting all of you in the new school year.
Thank you very much, Ms. Valladares. And Mr. Washington, I think you've already had some time to chat. Do you want to add anything else to?
Of course, I have a couple.
Come on down, Mr. Washington.
All right, so we are, there's about 3 to 4 different athletic sports that we have, actually 4 middle schoolers. With that being said, we're basically a high school entity, whereas if your child is that gifted within that sports arena area, they have an opportunity as a 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade to play on a varsity or junior varsity team in or squad. That's just the likelihood of 60-12 of what we have here. However, at the end of the day, you still have to try for the team to make it. You go on beyond that. I feel as though I said everything else. Again, my email is actually on the website as well. I respond between 48 hours. I'll get back to you within a 48-hour time frame. And we are selling dress down jean day passes. What that looks like is we're a uniform-based school. So at the end of the day, we have 32 days that we allot students to pretty much go ahead and dress down within the jeans, a DCS t-shirt, or any t-shirt that they have or that's from the school. So it's $40 that you can dress down in your jeans, and we provide you with a particular t-shirt, and you will get a special ID card. So on those 32 Fridays, you are able to go ahead and partake in the jean dress down days without actually paying on those particular days. Now, if you do not choose to actually purchase the actual the pass for the year, you can purchase them each Friday. However, you're gonna end up spending more money because you're gonna have to purchase the shirt separate. So it's gonna run you about $65 to $70. Most of us are not just going to pay the flat rate of actually $40 that will cover 32 Fridays in a year. The last day to actually purchase the actual band is going to be on August 31st. You can actually see Mr. Washington. Ms. Matos, she will help and assist as well.
There she is.
My office is right behind this partition here. It's hard to not see me or, miss me. We take money orders, take cash, money orders, and checks. We make everything out to Dr. Sharp School. If you have any further questions, you can go ahead and see me and Ms. Matos. We have forms that you can take home. And you can think about it on the first day of school, the first week of school, or what have you. You can send it in with the student. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Washington. Okay, and now the one and only, Mr. Schofield, please join me at the podium. You have to move the screen again so they can see you. Apparently, Ms. Valladares says they can only see my forehead.
Well, I'm bouncing my stomach right now, so. Used to it. Okay, there we go. Hey, guys, how you doing? I think you're wide awake right now and ready to go. I'm just curious, how many of you guys are first-time middle school parents? Any of you first-time middle school parents? Okay, you will make it. My son's a junior here. I promise you, you will survive. This is a very good school. This is my 8th year here. It's a very, very good school. I moved down from Orlando to work here. So it's breathe. The kids will most likely survive, most of them. There's been no raptor attack like 2 years now, so it should be fine. Okay, so I'm here to talk about a whole bunch of the technology stuff. I am the school's e-learning specialist, which means that I run Canvas, I help run Google. I'm the guy the staff call, goes, Schofield is not working. I'll be in your classes. You'll see me walking in. If I walk in, something's broken. That's me. Mr. Camacho does more of the infrastructure. He's the director. So he's the guy back here on his hands and knees going, why is this not working? They'll call me and go, can you fix a projector? It's usually you plug it in, that kind of thing, but no, whatever. So I'm in and out of classrooms. I'm also the guy that if you have a problem with your computer or you don't know how to do something like PowerPoint, you're gonna say, well, let me call Mr. Schofield for you, because that's my job. So I'm here to help with all those kinds of questions. How do I do this? Is this possible? They go to me first. Now, I do teach 5 classes this year, unfortunately. No better at all. But so I am free 1st and 7th periods. The rest of the time, your teacher will text and go, hey, can you see this kid? She's having a computer problem. She's freaking out right now. I used to say, yes, in my classroom, it's fine. My kids like that, they're used to it. They go, we'll take a quick 5-minute break, we'll fix things. It's common, it's normal, okay? So don't worry about that. So that's what I do. Before I do the email stuff here, the laptops, remember, bring your chargers. I recommend it. Now you go to bed, plug it in. Do it in the habits easier. Yeah, please resist the urge to install browser extensions. Some of those things tend to put little viruses in your computer and messes it up. You need to come to me, do the walk of shame. Go, Mr. Schofield. I will give you a judging look as I help you. But I will judge you quietly. Okay? Fight the urge. Some of them are great, they're fantastic. If the teacher says to add it on, they've already checked it out. They checked with me and said, is this safe? Yes. You cannot install anything. You are unable to. It's locked down. I can install stuff. Mr. Camacho can install stuff. That's it on campus. Not them. They have to come to us. So you can't install anything. Not going to happen. Now we will try the unpleasant part. I hate saying this stuff, but I have to every year. So Camacho and I can see everything you do. All right. He can look at your computer any time of day he wants to see what you're doing. We're bringing a program in a couple months called Go Guardian. One of the components is teacher control of your laptop. You're going to log in the classroom, and I'm just going to go, why is he on YouTube? Freeze his screen. Screenshot it. I'll email your parents and the guidance counselor and Miss Santiago. We'll then lock your screen down and turn it down and go, come here. That's coming. It's a few months away. That's coming. Okay? We see everything you do. Your emails. We've had some problems with past kids using email for stuff they shouldn't. Let's just put it that way. Okay? Here's what happens. You come to me, hey, Mr. Schofield, this kid emailed me. This message is, I'm going to lock out his email. I'll lock you out. I'm going to go to her. We're going to log into your email together and go through everything. We have access to every email you have ever sent, received, or deleted. The seniors who are in 6th grade, I can access their 6th grade emails right now if I want to. We have that access, guys. We see everything. So please just be good, right? You know how to be good. Fight that urge like, I have power on a laptop. No, you don't. We see it. In Canvas, I sit down at the time you click on the page in Canvas. I had kids say last year, oh, they never saw my classroom. Teacher called me and said, was that on their Canvas page? I looked and said, yeah, here's a screenshot. They clicked on it 17 times, beginning at 8 a.m. and ending at 9 a.m. Down to the second, I seen you click things. So please, just be good, okay? All right, so your emails. For most of you, they're already created. I did them 2 days ago. I got some new names today, so you're not done yet. They're just coming tonight, hopefully. But for most of you, your emails are already created. Your Canvas accounts are not. They'll be done hopefully tonight, because I have to get your ID numbers and put you in Canvas. It takes a little bit of time. It's not too bad. I'm pretty good at that. So you can go home. You can sit right now if you leave here tonight and get your school email. It's a Google email. It's Gmail. Okay. Technology guy, you have to look at things around you going, did I push something? You just thought it was going to happen. Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that. I respect that. That's awesome. So those accounts are coming. Your class is not going to be done until they get the final roster. They say, hey, Schofield, rosters are done. I didn't have to upload 4,000 rows of spreadsheet. That'll be fun. So you'll see all your classes on Canvas pop up on Canvas. They'll say, here it is. Here's your classes. They're not in order of class period, but they changed it this year. You can actually drag and drop your classes in order, which is super nice. They come in alphabetical order. So you're like, is that my first class? No. But you get their third and go, oh, our first period is this class. Okay. Drag it. It's like go to file, drop it. First period, done. That's coming. We'll discuss Canvas some more in a few minutes here. So if your email address is your first name and your last name at doctorscharterschool.org. The 2 most common errors I get, parents calling me, the email's not working. I say, did you put doctor or doctors? I put doctor, not her name. Oh, and they put .com. It's instinct, right? That's what we do. It's .org. So if you call me to panic going, it's not working, I'm going to ask you, did you type this in exactly like this? But I get like a parent's going, oh, the keyboard must have messed up on me. Yeah, I spelled it chater, not charter. It's happened to me, no less. So it's okay. There are no punctuation marks, all right? If you have apostrophes, if you have hyphens, if you have junior or the second, no, you don't, not an email address. I made it easy on like the computer system. So if you are Jean-Luc Picard the second, I'm the nerdy one. I'm wearing a Superman belt, come on. All right, it just be Jean-Luc Picard. There's no hyphens, apostrophes, commas, nothing, no periods, nothing. So those are up tonight. I have over there on the wall posted a couple places there, QR code. That takes you to my YouTube playlist, like 4 short videos on how to get into your email, how to get into Canvas, how to do this, how to do that. So it's all right there for you. I did it last year, the pandemic, it's like much easier. So it's just, you just go into Google Mail. If you already have a signed in account, either sign out of the account or do a private window. That's actually, private window is actually easier. So it's just Gmail. You're going to Gmail. All right. You're going to enter your email address, first name, last name. And the default password for everybody is ABC12345. You come to me next month and go, hey, hi, pick out my password. I'm going to say, cool beans. I hit reset. It once again will be that default password. So if you forget your password, it's okay. Don't feel bad about it. I've had adults ask me 15 times in 1 week. So not even joking. Wish I was. You will be asked to log in to change your password. If it does not ask you to change your password, change your password. Because everyone has that password, right? They go to your email, they log in your email and they go, hi, Miss Santiago, I don't like you. But here's the cool part. I can then log in and see where you logged in from. I can find your IP address. I've done it before. So just don't change the password, okay? Change the password. It's only 8 characters and no other requirement, no other rules, none of that like hyphen, number, uppercase, blood of your first child, your dog's hair, none of that. 8 characters. All we require. I would not use your ID number because that's like everywhere. So just don't do that. Right here. But it's there. All right, so Canvas. Canvas is our learning management system. It's one we're using. All your classes are on Canvas. Okay, there's no Google Classroom. There's no Edmodo. There's no Moodle. It's all Canvas. The teachers are required to use Canvas. We are trying to go as paperless as possible. So most of your assignments will be submitted through Canvas. Now there are exceptions. You know, if you're doing a 3D model for a history class, I mean, it's, you know, but in your art classes, you can take a picture and put it on Canvas. It's there. Now, parents, here's the part you're going to love. One of my videos shows you how to get your own parent account on Canvas. And you can check all your kids' assignments and grades and teacher comments whenever you want. Oh, I hear moms are going, Those kids go, what are you doing? Don't tell them that. And you can't figure it out during the year and you call me for help. I'll give you directions like that. Oh, no problem. Here, do it right now with me. I'll watch. There you go, you're in. And you're in for good. You're here for the next 7 years. Your parent account stays for the next 7 years. It's free. There's no cost to you at all. So the last video of how to do it is very simple to do. Very, very easy to do. So your work all goes through Canvas. To access Canvas, there's a couple different ways to get there. The videos show you how to do it. You can either go to the direct address, you can go to your Google Mail, go to the button and push it, go down. So please watch those videos. Your teachers also, first week of school, show you guys how to get into Canvas and do things. So they're like, what are we doing? They'll go, oh, okay, here. They've all used it a couple of years now, except the brand new ones. I'm training them on Friday. So they'll be good. Okay, so that's the code. Again, this one's over there. If you need help with your email, with your Canvas, with any of that stuff, I'm the guy to contact. You call the front office, Miss Irene is gonna call me. You call her, she's gonna go, hold please, click, Schofield. That's how it works. Just got me directly. You can email me. You can call the office and ask me, but I am teaching 2nd through 6th periods. So you'll only reach me on campus 1st and 7th, and that's it. So texting is easier. That's my office phone number. It's Google Voice number, goes to my cell phone. So you got a question, just text me, tell me your name. If it's a kid, I don't care. Tell me your name. Names are important. So I get to know you. And say, hey, here's the problem. Email's not working. I can't find Canvas, whatever. If I need to call you, I will. But most of the time, I can say, oh, did you do this? No, try that first. It's the same 3 problems. I have them down pat at this point. It's all memorized. So now family ID, we'll do a couple minutes here. So when you do family ID, I'll tell you right now, it's about a half an hour process. My wife was our guinea pig 2 years ago. And okay, if you need to leave partway through and like do it later, scroll to the very, very bottom where it is. Scroll to the very, very, very bottom, hit save. If not hit save, guess what happens? We learned the hard way. I heard her screaming from the office. She done half the thing, left, came back, didn't hit save, it's all gone. Like it's my fault. So that's where all your like documents are throughout the year, the whole thing. Like, here guys, here's your papers, the folder. Sign this, parents. Sign this, parents. Sign the family ID. It's all online. Paperless. Love it. I think that's it. So I'll be up here afterwards. If you have any questions to ask me, I'll be hanging around for a little while afterwards. Feel free to come and talk to me. I don't bite that much, like once per week. It's fine. I'm all right. Gonna show you which week.
Yep. Okay, so see, I knew it. I could only see my forehead. So we're gonna just show the our school website. Oh, get me out of here, sir.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Okay.
Exit it.
What did you do?
I need to exit. It happened the last time when my computer didn't close it. Or just go to.
Well, I think you have to
That's okay. Just go to the website. It's open. It should be open. The website should be open.
Whoa, what did you do? Okay, there's the site.
Yay.
All right,
Okay.
there you go.
Thank you. Okay. So this is our school website. I would save it as a favorite at home on your school computer. It might automatically pop up. This is where you will find information for everything. Some important upcoming events is always going to be here on the right-hand side. as news and announcements become available, that's going to populate right underneath the what are those called, banners. And then you can sign up for our register here to go to Family ID, but you can also register for our what's it called?
One call?
Doctor's
Doctor's
note.
note.
So you can also go to your doctor's note and register for doctor's note. So our parents page is here. Here's where you would find your code of conduct. And if you scroll down to student parent handbook, this is where you would find your student parent handbook. So this parents page here is where you would find all of the important information. Do you know where the little information is to add for the doctor's note? Oh, there it is, doctor's note newsletter. And that's where you would sign up for the newsletter.
There's a
Okay.
link somewhere about a one call. One call is our system to like send you notification, text, email, like, hey guys, fire drill today. Don't panic, the kids are freaking out. That's one call. That's the link there. They have the page somewhere about signing up for that too.
And then to contact your teachers, there is a staff directory. And this is where you would be able to communicate with those teachers. Okay,
And the
And
kids
if
can
you
email
click
through
on-
Canvas also.
yes.
I'm messing through Canvas too.
Okay, I'm gonna give it back to Mr. Schofield quickly. 'cause
Yes,
we
yes,
are
yes, yes.
at an hour already.
Well, you made it
I
powerful.
can't believe that we're at an hour.
Okay, so Family ID, links right here. So you guys are making new accounts. You'll be hitting create account. Use the parent email, not the student email. Okay? So that account owner is you, the
Yes,
parents,
please.
not the kids,
Yes,
the parents.
as in we access the email.
Right, and we're trying to
communicate
email you and the kids'
through
email.
Family ID.
So they want to know first name, last name, email, password, blah, 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 that nice fun stuff. It'll send you an email. You click that to verify, then you can log in and do things. So I actually have a test account set up. I can show you what it looks like here. Let me back out of that. Log in. Hope I remember it. Let's
Is there
see
anyone
here.
that still needs to collect their laptops? A couple of you.
Okay, it must have worked. Excellent. All right, so for you guys, you'll see something like this. And you want to register for this, you just type in here, you type in the school name. Just type in Doctors Charter. That's usually enough. Then hit state, Florida, and go find.
This recording on Zoom will be posted on our website as well. So if you need kind of a little refresher on how to access the Family ID.
So you can see right here, we're the top one. There's two open. There's the enrollment, and there's the athletics. So when you hit enrollment, here's what it looks like. Clicky, clicky. Again, it has my name there. So if you have trouble filling it out, if it's not working for you, again, you call the school, there's or call me. So just contact me directly. Make life easier for everybody here. So you'll hit like register now. You'll choose your grade. You guys are all 6th grade. So you just check 6th grade and just keep on going. Notice here how it's watch as I scroll.
Very long document.
I'm still going. I'm still going.
Well, imagine, we used to give a 20-page
Yeah.
handbook for you to fill out.
So right here at the
form.
very bottom.
Now it's everything.
If you
online.
need to save it and come back later because your brain's gone, I'm done. Scroll to the bottom and hit that save and finish later, or start from scratch. Your choices. I recommend saving personally. Just that's what I would do personally. And that's all there is to it. So if it's not working right for you, something's wrong with it, just contact me. I can do Zoom calls, you guys, if I need to, and help you out and go, okay, share your screen with me. What are you doing here? Oh, you clicked the wrong button. Got it. It's almost always a simple fix. Do not be scared.
Okay, great, thank you. Thank you. So again, most important is those forms that are on Family ID, the media release form. There's also, I think, a checkbox for PG-13 if you allow for your child to watch any PG-13 rated movie. There might be something in social studies that's rated PG-13, and we would need that. So again, thank you all thank you all for joining us today. If you still require picking up your laptops, we will go ahead and dismiss you in just a moment. Dr. Acevedo, would you like to say a few words?
No, I think you've covered it all. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that this recording is available on our website. There's a lot of information for you parents to digest. And once again, please stay tuned to important information that I may be sending you as laws may be changing soon or things may be changing at the county level. And the way that we communicate with you is through our one-call automated response, as well as through email. So it's imperative that you please make sure you sign up for that, so that way you can receive our notifications. But thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey,
Ms.
thank you everyone that met with us online today. Thank you everyone that was here face to face. If you still need to pick up a laptop, please go ahead and go to the front of the building. Thank you
Thank you
everyone
all.
online,
Thank you.
and there will be other days for you all to pick up laptops if you have not picked up laptops. So you can come to the school building on the days that are listed on our calendar. Thank you. Have a great day.